Welcome back
on Operation Pixel.
I want to check this other way, because since that way had a save point and led down further, I think this way is more likely to be a dead end. And you know, since we already found like a freaking crank thing somewhere, maybe more dead end key items we need here. We don't want to miss another oil flask or whatever it was.
Oh yeah. Explosion.
Alright, so that was pretty quick. So we got that big room there.
Yeah, we still have the upper part of the map.
Yep.
And the right area.
No, we checked the right area, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the place is all good.
Squish.
You having fun just killing little rats?
Yeah, they die so easily.
Well, yeah, most things do if you step on them. They're like smaller than your shoe. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, I was about to say, watch your health.
Just leveled.
Then he leveled up. Nice.
Sweet.
See, I feel like I was gonna mention something, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oops, not that. I think I had some arrows here for you. There you go.
Sweet.
What? Oh, hey, look. Ah, I said there might be more key items. I'm not crazy.
Maybe just a little.
No! No, I'm perfectly sane! Perfectly!
Sound as a pound law.
What?
I'm trying to mimic this one person from this Disney movie.
Disney movie?
I think it was what was it? It was Aristocats? Something along that lines.
Yeah. That...
Old movie I haven't seen forever.
Hold on, that's a magic item. Almost missed it. And a healing potion. I don't remember that movie. I know I've seen the name. I'm pretty sure I've seen it, maybe? But I don't recall.
But on the top, I go like Disney movies.
Hold on.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Ooh, that's tough. Mostly because I don't remember. Like, honestly, like, I saw Bambi when I was like 5 or something. I don't think I've seen it since then. I don't think it would be my favorite Disney movie. I'm just saying that I don't remember it. I remember liking Aladdin when I was younger, but I also have not watched those probably in like 15 plus years. Lion King is basically Hamlet, could be cool. Haven't seen that in 15 plus years. Maybe even like 20 years. I'm not a big Disney watcher.
Have you watched any,
Mulan's good. I know I've watched Mulan lately, and that one was still fun.
Mulan's one of my favorites.
Can't go wrong with Mulan.
Have you ever watched any singing competitions on TV or
Nope.
on YouTube? Well, there's this one guy that there's a show called The Voice. Where basically this person sings, and the judges, which later become.
I understand how the systems work. I just don't give a crap about that kind of content. It does not entertain me in the slightest.
All right, then I'll just kind of get to the gist there.
Yep.
There's this one guy who sung that main song when Aladdin wishes to be a prince.
Uh-huh.
And then there's that whole Prince Ali.
Yep.
Is he?
Uh-huh.
And that one. So he sings that and just throws all the judges off because they're expecting someone to sing like a regular song or anything like that, and then he comes up with that one, and the audience are like, "Oh yes, I love that song."
Uh-huh.
And the judges are like, "I don't know what to think of this. This is not the typical song choice."
Yeah.
And then one judge just did it because he
I
liked
ignited that, watch out.
He liked the fact that he was quirky, and he just did it.
Uh-huh.
And the other one's like,
He owned it.
I really want to go. It's like, I really want to turn around. And it's like, and then one of the judges went like, it's okay. if you were to sing some Metallica, I'll be like, yeah. But like, what made you choose this song? Well, I could have sing a little country, I could have sing a little rock, and I was like, oh yeah. But then he basically said he just like did it to kind of please the crowd, just do something they would like.
Be fun and different.
Be a little nostalgic. Old time movie.
Alright, we got one other little side path that I want to check out before we go down there.
But he was pretty good. He actually did the song pretty well. I can remember the song vividly when I watched it.
Sure. I remember there was one time on YouTube, there was, oh, that's a bomb. Ouch. I forget how I ran into it, but it was Jackie Chan singing, To Be a Man, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that video.
But he sung it in, like, Mandarin Chinese. So it didn't really sound quite like I remembered it. I remembered the music, but I didn't understand the words. But it was fun. Fun and different. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else. Because, like, there's a lot of Disney movies. I just don't remember most of them because it's been so goddamn long.
Hercules?
Hercules was okay. I actually recently kind of rewatched that one on Netflix. It's still been a bit since then, so I don't remember it perfectly well. I feel like it wasn't, like, amazing, but it wasn't bad. Main problem is that, you know, the more you know about, like, Greek mythology, the more, like, you're like, wow, this is really, they took some real artistic liberties here with Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, if you just enjoy it for its own sake, it's not so bad. We
Also,
found
how,
2 of the 3 shaft gears. God dang it, we do need to find one more.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, well, we're searching.
Like, also I've seen some videos where they reveal kind of like a more, like the original story of each of the each of the Disney movies.
Most of them are based off of, like, really dark children's tales, like cautionary tales kind of things.
For Cinderella, when it came to the part where the prince was trying to find who fit the slipper, the evil stepsisters actually cut off their toes in an attempt to try to fit into the slipper.
Sure.
And like for Beauty and the Beast, there's like a different telling of it where he actually looked a lot different than how he was portrayed in the movie. And yeah, each of them was just a little bit darker than what we're kind of used to. Like the father actually didn't like, oh, I'll stay here, oh, you just go. He actually kind of, in a way, kind of sold out his daughter a little bit there to kind of save his own skin. And then he felt, okay, and then he kind of sold out his daughter in order to save his own skin, and he kind of felt bad and then tried to rile up people in order to free his daughter.
Sure.
But yeah, there was a lot of dark turns in these stories.
Yeah, man. No, I've heard that. I think a lot of them were based off of, I think they were called like Grimm's fairy tales or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm not super familiar with. But yeah, they're typically not the most pleasant of stories from what I hear.
Yeah. I don't remember the specific, but like for The Little Mermaid, the prince actually did kind of like a messed up thing to Ariel, but Ariel kind of, in a way, kind of forgive him, because the whole thing with the voice being taken away and stuff like that, she actually had to kind of accomplish something, or otherwise she'll reduce to being a sea foam.
Oh yeah.
Type thing.
Uh-huh.
So she kind of, in a way, gave up herself in order to appease the prince and stuff like that, and then basically died at the end. There was no happy ending.
Yep. Yeah, well, of course, that's why it doesn't make a good family film.
Oh, yeah.
I think most people in the modern era much prefer the Disney versions of the stories.
I actually didn't even know that actually came from from a book, and I didn't know it was so dark. I thought it was just something that Walt Disney came up with.
What, you think he's actually creative? No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know.
He's clearly, he was creative in terms of, like, artisticness. But, it seems like story writing was not his,
Forte.
necessarily his strong point. Of course, the thing is, Walt Disney did a lot of stuff. Like, he was, the Mickey Mouse guy and stuff, right? He did, like, a lot of that Steamboat Willie kind of stuff, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was after that, like, I don't know what Bambi was based on, but I think, no, that was one of their older movies. That and Snow White. Snow White was probably based off something. But, I don't know, man. I just feel like it was a little while probably before they started like really investing in like essentially taking a story and then making it for children, and then that was their formula for success. Oh, that's a bomb.
Bomb. It's like we never get to use those bombs to our advantage. They just oddly place and
Yeah, don't always work out in the timing. Man, where's the last thingy-majig?
come on.
Like, I mean, I really would have just skipped this stuff if we weren't having a decent conversation about,
Dark child stories.
well, I mean, I think it's still interesting once in a while to talk
Yeah.
about, like, Disney stuff. They're obviously very well-received, renowned movies that almost everyone has seen.
And there's like many different, speaking of like Mulan, there's many different iterations of that story where actually people actually found out that she was a woman a little bit sooner.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one version where they basically were all cool with it. And another one where they kind of weren't, but it's still each of the stories kind of ended well for Mulan. And one where they kind of she actually went on to become like a general in the army. But yeah, I would say Mulan is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Then I like Aladdin. Some of the other Aladdin movies, because they actually
Well, I know
came
there's...
up with a couple.
yeah, I know
other
there's
ones too,
Return of Jafar and then King of Thieves or whatever. Or is it
Mhm.
Prince of Thieves? Can't remember.
Something like that. And then that one, did you see that one?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
man, I watched those movies a ton when I was a kid.
And that one where like you see
I
his
didn't-
father.
Yeah, I didn't actually...
there.
I mean, like, obviously I didn't have... my quality standards weren't quite as high when I was younger, so... I enjoyed them when I was a kid. I don't know if I still would now that I have some sense of, like, storytelling and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what's good and bad about storytelling. Because I feel like if I watch it now, I might be like, ooh, this isn't very good. But I don't know. I honestly haven't seen them in so long that I couldn't tell you. But I do remember enjoying them when I was a kid. I didn't have a problem with Return of Jafar or the King of Thieves.
And also another movie that was kind of interesting, and also was actually this one's actually kind of based on truth a little bit. I don't know about the.
There we go.
There
Finally.
we go. We found it.
Oh my god.
But Anastasia.
Oh, that was a weird
It's
one.
actually the core part of the beginning was actually kind of based on some truth. There was actually an actual person called Rasputin,
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
and,
just Russian history.
and the Romanovs.
Uh-huh.
He was trying to kind of murder
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
family, and the way they punished him is they kind of killed him in every single way possible. Like they stabbed him, they burned him, they hung him, they poisoned him.
Uh-oh.
They just like every way possible to try to kill this guy. I mean, obviously he didn't like sell his soul or whatever, and it
Yeah.
got power.
No,
and
again,
everything like
they
that.
take some creative liberties, but...
The truth is that there was a Romanov family,
Mhm.
and there was a Rasputin, and it was trying to kill him off. And then they basically overkilled this guy, poisoned him, stabbed him, set him on fire, hung him, shot
Yeah,
him,
the,
all of the above.
old, oh jeez, I got spellcasted now. The old Russian history. I don't know that much about it, Russian history, but what I do know is that there was a lot of kind of violence, bloodshed, murder. It was a dark place.
Yep.
Anyways, so we'll come back next time on Operation Pixel and start working on the second level here and clear these mines of Drow. Because I guess that's what we're doing here.
Killing some drow or
Drowyar.
drow.